this is Cherise here for Her Campus Nottingham, and I want to share with you a few affordable items that I think every girl should have.
Maybe we can stay and play a little song.
Darling, I wanna see your heart smile.
Now, being a student myself, I know it's quite hard to manage money, and it's whether am I going to put more money into my food, my clothes, my hair products, or my makeup items. Now, when I think of makeup, I tend to usually go straight to MAC until I realise that saving and going to the more affordable items is more cost effective, and it does exactly the same job. The only difference is it has a different label. Now, the first majority of my items are from Natural Collection, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. However, I've spoken to quite a lot of my friends, and even though they've heard of it, they don't tend to usually buy from there. I don't know whether it's literally just the label, you know, it's Natural Collection, it's not MAC or it's not NARS, but it does exactly the same job. Now, my first item is Natural Collection Lash Build Mascara in black, and I'm wearing it today. I'll show you my eyelashes. Now, it does exactly what it says on the label, and that is lash build. And the brush is kind of in a triangle shape like this, if you can see. I need a new one actually, but this works perfectly. Now, for $1.99, it literally does exactly the same. Builds the eyelashes, makes your eyelashes look slightly longer. It really works. My second item on Natural Collection is the black eyeliner. This is also $1.99, and I'm also wearing it today, as you can see. Now, what I like about this one is the brush. It is very, very thin. So if you want that real thin line, you can, or if you want to build it up, you also can. And in comparison to my other one, Rimmel one, which is £5, I think it's £5.98. This one for $1.99 literally doesn't compare. As you can see, there's more in it for a start. It's thin, but it's not as thin as the Natural Collection one. So if I do want that mega thin line, this one to use is slightly harder than the Natural Collection one. My next items on my Natural Collection list are my pressed powders, which are fabulous. I love these because they literally set my makeup. So after I put my foundation on, if it's a bit dewy still, I like to just put it, you know, the cool one under my eyes and on my eyelids. This is so my wrinkles, my creases around my eyes don't become too prominent, because I tend to find with my eyelids especially, with my foundation, usually after I've blinked a few times, I can kind of see the creases. So I use the cool powder just to set it so it kind of dries it off a bit, and that really works. And I use the warm Natural Collection powder for my contoured areas, so such as my cheekbones and the sides of my nose. And oh yeah, the cool one's also for the middle of my nose when I do my contouring as well. Now, my next one isn't Natural Collection, it is Wilkinson's foundation brush. Now, my friend was actually going through my makeup bag the other day, and she was laughing at me and she said, Cherise, oh my gosh, you have a Wilkinson's foundation brush. Yes, everyone, my foundation brush is from Wilkinson's. Do not judge, because it is great. I also have a MAC foundation brush, but the difference with this is it applies the foundation just a bit thicker than the MAC one, which means in the end I have to use less foundation. This is fabulous. I absolutely love it. It actually quite looks like the Natural Techniques one. I think they styled it in the same resemblance, but this is amazing, and it's £4. My MAC one was, I think it was £15. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was quite expensive. It definitely wasn't £4. And this works perfectly. They also have a whole different collection of brushes. They have, you know, like the stippler ones, the eyeshadow ones, the lip ones. They have quite a lot. The next thing from Wilkinson's is my foundation sponge. This I use to just, after I've applied my foundation and my contouring, I tend to blend it in. So this is quite new actually. As you can see, all this bit is white. But yeah, I blend this in, and this works exactly like how the Natural Techniques sponge works, which is this one. I've also got Natural Techniques, but as you can see, I literally hardly use this. Because this one is £3 and it does exactly the same as the Natural Techniques one, which is £6. My last thing is just ordinary tweezers, £1 from Wilkinson's. I don't know where anyone gets their tweezers from, but I always get my tweezers from MAC, which I don't know, I think I'm quite obsessed with MAC. I love MAC, but there are just these sort of, you know, basic standard items. There is no need to go out and spend extortionate prices on them because, you know, they work exactly the same. So thank you for listening, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, and you know, if you want me to talk about anything else with makeup or makeup tutorials, just comment below. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Okay, number one, it does actually alter how you think. There have been studies, and I've probably gotten this wrong, that have proven that your brain is structured differently depending on if you do a language or not.